It's been a little minute since I talked about Bitcoin or crypto, any crypto for that matter. So, uh, the content of this video, I'm going to go through Bitcoin and just give my thoughts on it. Of course, if you guys are new to this channel, welcome. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing. I'm very grateful for your viewership. And same to those that are returning viewers. I appreciate your continued support. If you have not already, please consider subscribing to my channel. And what I do is I teach people how to read price action as well as how to chart data. It is my belief that once you learn to chart data, you can make more informed decisions, whether that be, with voting or investing or trading or doing something as simple as making a purchase or whatever. So that's pretty much what I cover on this channel. If there are any topics that you guys would like for me to discuss, feel free to leave them in the comments section. But let's go ahead and talk about Bitcoin. All right, so what we're looking at is a weekly chart of Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin is down almost 8% right now, or at least today. Um, Basically, what Bitcoin did a while ago was it just moved up into a supply zone, really. And there were a lot of sellers sitting up there, and they just sold it off. So we got a measured move here on the weekly chart that is not quite bottomed out yet, in my opinion. But some levels that I'm looking at to the downside on Bitcoin include this 2017 high. After that, I'm looking at the $17,000 to $18,000 range. And after that, I'm looking down toward about 12.5. If 12.5 gives way, then I'm looking at Bitcoin getting inside 10 to 7, somewhere in there. According to some of my comrades, the cost to mine a Bitcoin is about $11,000 right now, and apparently Bitcoin does not go below the cost to mine it. So definitely pay attention to those lower levels, and $11,000 specifically. And me as a technical trader, I've always been thinking about the fact that when Bitcoin broke out and went to its all-time highs, was that 2020 or whatever, it has not retested that breakout yet. So as you can see, Bitcoin broke out somewhere in October of 2020, and you can see that the price has not returned to this level since it left. So it's just really building hypothesis based on fundamental principles of price action. So, and you guys have heard me talk about this before, but price has not yet come back down to confirm that floor. So that's pretty much what may be happening right now as we speak. And let me go ahead and do this measured move on Bitcoin because I'm not sure that I did it before. So give me a second. I'm going to get quiet for a couple of minutes. Yeah, so this measured move on Bitcoin, and I need to go ahead and mark this on my chart because I hadn't before. This measured move on Bitcoin has gives me a level of about 12.5. So I already talked about 12.5. I had identified that area already. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that. Actually, I'm just gonna do a price level. Let's remove that price level. I need to be using my printer, my mouse. Be a lot easier. All right, so about right there, price level. Then I'm gonna edit and I'm gonna name this. So based off the weekly chart, this measured move um, is pretty much right there. I'm gonna make it purple because it's based off the weekly chart, double the width of this thing. Um, and there we go. All right, so measure move on the weekly chart right there. So ultimately, that's one of the other major levels that I'm looking at if this 2017 high gives way on Bitcoin. So what else can I say about Bitcoin? It's trading in a descending channel. So until it starts to consolidate or move outside of this channel, sentiment, remains unchanged on this one. Sorry that my chart is so messy with all these lines, but like I said, I'm kind of married to my trend lines. I can actually get rid of some of these, to be honest with you. Let's see. I just want to thicken these up a little bit so they'll shine through a little more, just so we can see that channel much better. All right, so remove that. We'll get this markdown level out the way. All right, so this is pretty much sentiment on Bitcoin. Ever since it hit that all-time high and printed that reversal candle, it's just been tanking, really. And so Bitcoin is more than 50% off its highs. Been in a bear market well before the stock market did, and I am of the opinion that crypto is a leading indicator. The price action in comparison to the stock market has been a little weird as of late, and weird I mean not its usual behavior that I've been observing over time. So yeah, so for now, that's pretty much what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. If this level holds, maybe Bitcoin goes back up to this trend line, could possibly go up to that 2020 close area, but we'll see. And in that case, I believe that there will be something in the markets that would be a catalyst to that, whether it be, maybe the Fed decides to pause on the interest rate hikes. And really, it's a double-edged sword. You really don't know for sure how the markets will react to that kind of a news. And we've seen how, if you've been watching the markets lately, we've seen how the markets have reacted to the possibility of stronger or higher rate hikes than the 50 basis points that they've been talking about for the year. And we knew that anything above 50 would likely tank the market. So kind of the same type of thing that was happening in 2018 when they tried to hike rates and the markets just couldn't handle it, and they ended up going into quantitative easing, which pretty much it was just another thing that got us to where we are now. And really, I think they should have allowed the markets to tank, or allowed the economy to go into a recession at that point. But yeah, they didn't let that happen. So the question is, will Jerome try to save, quote unquote, the markets again this time? And I guess we'll see. We'll see. But that's pretty much it with Bitcoin. I didn't want to talk a whole lot about it. Just wanted to get straight into the point about where I'm looking at, what I'm looking at. Just a disclaimer: this is not any type of investment advice or anything like that. I currently do have a bearish position on Bitcoin right now, on the future side, and stuff like that. So I have multiple bearish positions on Bitcoin. Just putting that out there. But do your own due diligence, and let me know what you guys think. What levels do you have on Bitcoin? Where do you think Bitcoin is going in the near future? What do you think Bitcoin is going to be, toward the end of the year? But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.